Welcome to my podcast. Today, I want to talk about receptivity. Being receptive is about being in a state of allowing. There are infinitely many ways to a solution. Often, we believe that there are only a few answers because we are basing what we think is possible on what has worked for us in the past. We believe that if it worked this way before, why not this time around? Being open to a new way of doing things can be very uncomfortable. Receptivity is about being open to the new. Often, when you begin to connect and trust your intuition, you will be guided to take action outside of your logical mind. In the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he defines power to be organized and intelligently directed knowledge. So imagine that every time you connect to your inner wisdom, you are connecting to this organized knowledge. Often, your intuition will be repetitive, like a phone off the hook. In my own life, I have worked diligently to develop my intuition. I have found that the more you listen to your intuition, the stronger it becomes. Intuition is a natural part of who you are. To access your intuition, it requires reconnection to the power within. It means taking time to meditate and go into silence. The more streamlined your energy is, the easier it is to access your intuition. So, what do I mean by streamlined? Meaning your energy is clear of negative emotion. Every time you express negative emotion, it makes it easier for you to tap into your intuition. The challenge of intuition is being willing to feel your emotions. If you are someone who is quote unquote numb or has a habit of hiding how you really feel from yourself, it's going to make it more challenging for you to connect. You are constantly receiving insight and information. The more you tap into your inner wisdom, the more you will become aware of the constant stream of information that is available to you. I think the easiest way to begin expanding your awareness is to begin paying attention. Notice if you hear the same word or like all day long, or if you're watching something on television and all of a sudden something that is said or done really resonates with you. It's information. Just by paying attention, you are opening the door to seeing that you are receiving insight all day long. Often when you feel like your intuition is blocked, a lot of times it's because you just have not been paying attention, because you're always receiving information all the time. I recently heard a famous musical artist say that they received the name of their hit song by simply seeing it on the side of a bus one day. Like they were walking along and they saw this phrase on the bus. And let me tell you, this phrase struck such a chord with them that they wrote it down and they used it as their song title, and they created the song around that title. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is that the more you pay attention, the more aware you are of receiving constant information. Intuition is about being open to the idea that you don't have to know everything and that you don't know everything. It's about being willing to step out onto a path specifically designed for you. It may mean not always being in people-pleasing mode and actually listening to what works for you. Intuition is about relationship. It's about a deeper relationship with yourself and a deeper relationship with spirit. For me, there was a time in my life where I was extremely blocked. Okay, I had lost touch with my feelings. Completely phone off the hook, disconnect. So a powerful tool that helped me to begin reconnecting was doing morning pages. This is a process designed by Julia Cameron. Okay, so she's written about morning pages in her books, especially one of her famous books, which is called The Artist's Way. And basically what morning pages are a great way to reconnect to your feelings. She guides you to write a stream of thoughts without editing yourself, and to do this without stopping. Now, let me tell you why this is a trip. To me, this is a trip because as you're writing, you're going to notice that what you're really feeling, like your real emotions, are going to start bubbling up to the surface. I cannot tell you how many times this caught me off guard. Often, just by expressing my feelings, I would just slip into this silence, like this meditative state. It was just really profound and unexpected and very helpful. So, another powerful resource. Let's see. Another powerful resource is working with the body. Now, in the book Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, he talks about how just focusing on the body and breathing creates silence in the mind. And guess what? The more quiet your mind is, the more you open the door to your intuition. You're going to find often that developing your intuition is not about trusting the insight so much as it is about trusting yourself. Often when I work with clients and I reveal to them the insight I receive, guess what they do? They laugh. Because what do they tell me? They say, oh my goodness, I have been feeling the same way. Or they're like, oh my gosh, I knew that. Or I've been noticing that. It's like I'm just co-signing. I'm just agreeing with what they already know. And it's like it becomes really obvious to them that they've been receiving information the whole time. They didn't even need to talk to me. So trusting yourself is the greatest challenge. So how do you get around this? Guess what? Practice. Practice is the key. Practice, 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 practice. The more you practice, you're going to see that it pays off, and it's going to be easier for you to trust in your insight. So before I end this podcast, I want to talk about intuition when it comes to your life purpose. Let me tell you something. When it comes to your life purpose, intuition is key. Often, taking steps towards your life purpose requires you to step into the unknown. Your intuition is that torch in the darkness guiding you. It is guiding the way. What's interesting is that your intuition guides you in steps. In other words, until the first step is completed, the next step will not be revealed. It is a natural unfolding of information. So like a great example of this is nature. Nature is a powerful example of this. Just by watching a plant grow over time, you can see this in action. Now, some days you're going to check on the plant or go outside and you're going to see that Nothing went on with this plan. It's going to look like nothing was happening. And then sometimes you're going to check and you're going to see, oh my gosh, so much has changed. So this is very similar to the unfolding of your intuition, especially in regards to your life purpose. By trusting this natural unfolding of your intuition, it just helps you to come into harmony with everything, especially your life purpose. So, thank you for listening to my podcast. I hope you have an awesome and amazing day.